This is Dave, the Guru, and another tutorial using Gamesalad. In this video, we're going to start to go through the Amazon in-app purchase system. Now, unlike Apple, Amazon doesn't have an internet-based IAP sandbox testing system. Basically, what we're going to do is test our code locally using a JSON file and also using the Amazon in-app purchase client on our device. That's going to allow us just basically to test and see if our code and our SKUs and the information that we enter into Gamesalad is all entered correctly and matching. So one of the first things I'm going to do is we're going to look at how we create our security profile on Amazon. So now one of the first things that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get our MD5 signature out of our Android key store. So if you've used Android before, you've created a key store, and if you don't have a key store created, then you can see my video on creating an Android key store. I'm not going to go and reduplicate that information here. So go ahead and watch that one. So now what we're going to need to do, and I just have my little notes here so I can make things go a little quicker, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to find the MD5 signature. So I'm just going to copy this little piece of code here, this little Unix string, and I'm going to copy and paste that into this. And this is essentially the string that you're going to want to write, keytool -list -key store. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and find our key store. And we're going to go ahead and just drag it into the terminal window so it has the file path. And then we're going to hit return. And then it's going to ask us to enter our password. And now it's going to return our MD5 signature. And we're going to need that because we're going to have to enter that into the Amazon system. So once we have that, and you can just copy and paste it out of here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the Amazon developer portal. So once we're in here, we want to come up and we're going to go to apps and services, and then we're going to go into security profiles, and let's just go ahead and I'm going to add a new one, and we'll just give it a name. In the description, and then we'll go ahead and click save. And so it's going to give us some different information. And this is the area here. So we're in credentials, and then we're going to go over to API keys. And once you're in here, you're going to put an API key name. So this is provide a name to the identity of this key as belonging with this app. So you can put whatever. And then you can put your package name. Now remember, your package name is very similar to your app ID. So in iOS, so you want to make sure that, you know, the package is going to match what you put in the Gamesalad developer portal, just like with app IDs in iOS. So you want to do com, your company, and then the name of your app. And then you're going to go ahead and paste this MD5 signature of the certificate you're using to sign your app in here. So take that, what we just got out of the terminal, and paste it in here, and you generate. I'm not going to generate this key. I already have one generated. So I'm just going to go ahead and back up. And I'm just going to go to security profiles, and I can just go ahead and edit this later for whatever I want. But I have mine here that's going to give me all my information. So I have one here that I've already created, and we're going to go ahead into the API keys, And then in the API keys, this is the key, or this is what we're going to be looking for to enter that information into Gamesalad. So you want to just copy and paste all this right here that you see in this window. Copy and paste all that gibberish, and then we're going to enter that in a certain spot in the Gamesalad publishing system. So now also, you're going to want to go into your apps once you've established your key, and then go ahead and click on your title. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure in the security profile that you link it to the particular key that you want to use. So you will want to click one of these. So now see, this is very critical. Apply a security profile to an app cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to supply this security profile? And I don't, because I'm not finished with that. But when you're ready to go, for testing you don't have to do it, but when you're ready to go to submit your app, go ahead and make sure you assign it to the security profile you want. Now, one thing about security profiles is they can be submitted to other apps based off a key store, and they can all kind of share the same ones. I really recommend that for every app you do on Amazon, if it's a different app, if it's not a light version of an app or whatever, like it says here, you want to make a different key store for each app, almost in the same way you'd make a provisioning or a developer a distribution profile in iOS. That way you can keep everything separated that way. But you want to make sure, and you're going to come in here and set that up for the proper security profile linked to, and then that way we make sure that we're exporting that info out to Gamesalad, and basically similar to Apple's system. So I've got this little test module that I made, real simple thing for testing Amazon IAP. It's not very elaborate. It's just a couple of actors that when you push it, it changes a consumable and a non-consumable. And we'll go through that in another video when I show you how to do everything on the device. So let's just go ahead and look into the Gamesalad publishing system while we're on this whole keys thing, so I can show you where you're going to be needing to enter that information. So I'm just going to click on updating existing game because I've already done a test, and we'll update it. And so now we're in the publishing system, and you'll see you can just, if you're a pro user, you can just publish generally under Android. You don't have to do the Kindle stuff. You can just go ahead and do it that way. You want to make sure that you use the Android package name that you put in the key that we showed, your com dot just like an app ID. Display name and all that kind of stuff, and then you want to come down here and you want to check the Amazon in-app purchase system. Now you'll get an error up here that says you have to initiate a key for Amazon services. So we're going to come up into the services tab here, and we're going to click on Amazon, and in this section here we're going to see where we paste our keys. So this is the same key that we looked at back on the Amazon website, and you just want to go ahead and paste it both in the Android section and in the Kindle API, because this way, if you paste it in both places, you can sell straight Android apps through Amazon. So if you paste the same key in both places, anything that Amazon sells through their Android version of their store will link to their IAP system, and you'll still be able to do purchases and such through that. So you want to make sure that you paste it in both places there, and then once you've done that, your errors will go away, and you can generate your APK, and you can sign it. Make sure you sign it because it has to be signed to install on your device. And that'll get you set up for putting in your keys and knowing where to put everything, how to get your MD5 signature, how to set up your security profile on Amazon Developer. And once you've done that, then you go ahead and you can link a key to your device. You don't have to do that now because the Amazon IAP testing that we're going to do is local, so it really doesn't even look at a security key. But I wanted to go through all that with you now so we don't have to go through it all again. When you're going to do your final output to upload to the Amazon store, you're going to want to make sure that you make your key, that you link your security profile key to that particular app, and you also want to make sure that you put that key information for that particular app in the Gamesalad publishing system, and that you use the proper Android package name that you have in the security profile. All right, so this is the first video getting you started on Amazon in-app purchase. In the next video, we're going to go through setting up your device for testing your Amazon in-app purchase. And then in the third video, we're going to look at the actual testing on the device, and I'm going to film it on my Kindle Fire HD. You can find me on the forums under the name Lost Oasis Games. This is Dave, the Guru. I'll see you in the next video.